This Porsche Cayenne has a huge oil leak that I found. I bought this car from an auction site in Germany. I know that it started, but it was also very cheap, 5,000 euros. So today I will try to troubleshoot that oil problem and see where it leaks, and hopefully I will find it. First I will remove the oil drain plug and make sure to also remove the oil cap in the top of the motor so you get some air into the system. And of course it's not the usual things you need to have to remove the oil filter, so I bought this one. This is 36 millimeter. At least I thought I would be able to show you how to remove it. It's too long. Always something that is a problem. I made an attempt with these pincers, but it didn't work either. It was really stuck. Maybe I could first add the socket and then the wrench to it. You must be kidding me. Now I got this one onto the oil filter, but it's stuck between the hoses now. That didn't work either. One important thing to keep in mind is to not buy one of these sockets. It's too tall and you need something like this. This is way much shorter. And with this one, you will not get into the oil filter because there's a pipe in between, so you will get stuck there. So don't do the same mistake as I did. Let's try this out. So apparently I didn't have the right size on the wrench, so I needed an adapter and then also this extension to get the right angle. I still couldn't move it. Finally. Yes. The oil filter has a pretty tricky angle, so be careful when you remove it. Didn't go so well for me. Okay, so my partner Emma told me be careful with the floor if you're doing oil things. So yeah, for those that looking at this video and who knows me, don't tell Emma about this. Because it's a lot of oil there. When I removed the oil filter, I noticed that there were no O-ring. So I added one, and this can actually be one of the causes for the oil leak. Then I put back the new oil filter, and of course also don't forget to insert the drain plug. That will be a disaster otherwise. So this car needs to have 8 liters of oil. I will try to use 4 liters to start with. And of course I ordered the wrong one, the 1 liter, which of course isn't that economical. So now I have a few of these. 4 liter, it's Mobile one, the suggested one for this engine. So let's pour it in. This is how bad I am at aiming. Hopefully you're better. I'm so excited to see how this will run now. We changed the spark plugs, added new oil to it, only a few things we've been doing here. But somehow it feels like it will just blow up. But let's see, let's turn it on. I don't know if it sounds good or bad. I'm not sure if I like that sound, so I will add 4 liters more, and then we have 8 liters as was recommended from the start. I don't want to risk anything here, so let's pour this in too. Let's try again and see how it sounds now. Let's let it run for a while, 10 minutes, and see what happens. I think it runs way smoother now. I had some noise from the exhaust pipe, one of the exhaust pipes from the start, but it's gone now. Those 10 minutes probably made a lot of change. Nice. Let's take it outside and clean up a bit. What I want to do here is to remove the old oil underneath the motor. So I use this alkaline degreasing first and let it sink in for a while. And then I just take some water and remove it. And hopefully I get rid of all the oil. And then I can see easier if it's leaking new oil. Let's take the opportunity to also clean up the motor a bit. So I use a lot of degreasing here because I want to get it as clean as we can. Then I just wash everything away with water. And hopefully I will get it much cleaner than before. So now I've been letting the car stand for a few days. I've also been running it for a few minutes now before we take a look underneath it. A good first sign is that there's no new oil leaks on the floor. That's good. And when I look underneath the car, I don't see any new oil leaks here either. Still a lot of grease and old oil, at least to me. But I can't find any new leaks. We didn't find any obvious oil leaks there, which is a bit of a surprise, but it's a good surprise. I have a hard time believing that it was only the O-ring on the oil filter that was the problem. So we need to keep track of this oil leak throughout the series and see if new oil appears underneath the car. But let's leave it for now. Next episode, we will troubleshoot more and see all the other problems we can find on this car. Now it runs and we can look into air suspension, for example, and see how that works. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to see the next episode and follow this series.